And just however you've landed here in your practice, just starting to be aware of your body. Sounds simple, but we can spend much of the day outside the body, in the head. So just take a moment to ask yourself, how is my body feeling? And see if you can just narrow it down to a word or two. Neither good, neither bad. If it's tight, it's just tight. If it's tired, it's just tired. If it's good, it's just good. So restorative yoga, we're working with the principles of Taoism, of acceptance, of observation, and just seeing what we can settle down through sitting in, sitting with. And just asking the mind, how's my mind feeling? And observing through, and notice if there's any symptoms in the body, maybe twitching, flickering, maybe a little stomach pain that you haven't sat with. Without any fear, just observing how the body is speaking to us. And our journey is to come closer and closer into the body, to feel and heal. Can you feel the earth underneath you? That dropping in energy is a big principle of restorative. And let's see if we can feel that with our exhale breath. As you inhale, expand your belly to the sky. And then exhale out for 3, nose or mouth, 2, 1. Inhale, belly to the sky, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in, fill up the belly, and then hold the breath. And as you hold the breath, observe where there's tightness, maybe around your throat, your lungs, your jaw, your hips. Just observe, try to soften away the tightness. And then exhale, sigh it out. Take a deep breath into the chest this time. Holding the breath as you relax your eyes, the eyelashes, your tongue, your jaw, your mind, your bones, your muscles. Melt into the earth. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. And a cleansing breath out. If you have any props behind your back, just removing the props. And we're going to bend up our knees, take the right knee on top of the left knee, shift the hips over to the right as you drop the knees to the left, taking a spinal twist. So in restorative, we hold the postures for a considerable amount of time. As we start to decalcify, we start to rebuild collagen through traction. We're not using our muscles, so we're trying to soften the help from the muscles which want to push and deepen and engage. And instead, we're just yielding with the earth. You might like to take your right ear to the right shoulder. What will happen over time is this energy will start to open up areas that are blocked. And as that energy starts to open up areas that are blocked, moving that prana through what we call the nadis or the meridians, the chi through the meridians. And the Taoism and yoga, they have very similar laws of energy with different names. And they both say that only when the chi or the prana gets stuck do we get sick. And the beautiful thing is your breath acts as a release valve on the exhale to open that energy up even more. You can start to feel how the breath is massaging any sensation you're feeling. And as the eyes close down, you're right. You might even notice that with the eyes closed, they start to even become still. So the intensity comes from time, versus pushing. Nothing to work out, but simply observe what already is. And any distraction is a benefit. As we start to get deeper and deeper into our nervous system, we see how it reacts to the senses. And we're slowing that reaction through our stillness. And the quality of letting go. In traditional yoga, there was no talk of stretch and contraction. It was simply about observing the chitta, the consciousness, the raja, the mind, through the shapes. What are you holding on to right here? Is it mental? Is it a thought? Is any fear around the sensation? What happens if you just relax into it? You might feel this wave coming in of this is difficult, and then this wave of this is pleasurable. And we remain through it all to start to transmute some of the resistance that we hold in our beliefs, in our thoughts. Seeing that the mind and the body is the same thing. All right, take a deep breath in here. And slower than you want, just coming back to center, slower than you want. 5, 4, 3, slowing it down for the last 2 breaths. And when you're ready, you can hug your knees in. If you want to do anything else, like find stillness, you're more than welcome to. But hugging the knees in. In the hospital of India, the pose you're doing right now is used to treat so many conditions, including strokes and diabetes, and fusion of vertebrae. And all we're going to do here, we're going to take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, draw the knees towards you a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale, knees in. Inhale. Every exhale, slightly draw the knees in a little bit more. Good. Keep going as the belly moves in, and you can deepen the drawing in of the knees. As you inhale, press the knees away a little bit now. As you exhale, pull them in. Inhale, pull away, exhale, draw in. Keep finding your flow here. This very ancient, powerful medicine of Aparnasan. Inhale, the knees pull away a little. Exhale, the knees pull in. Feeling what it's releasing deep in the colon, deep in the digestive organs, the spine. Apana is the downward movement of energy. We don't want it to be moving up, so this helps that downward force go back to being a downward force. Beautiful, and then take your feet back to the earth. Take the other knee on top now. Shift the hips to the other side as you come into your spinal twist on the other side. You might like to turn your head to the opposite hand. Might take a few minutes until you can completely arrive here into the stillness. The most powerful medicine in yoga is something called chakra meditation. where you're unblocking blockages through your awareness. So even though in chakra meditation we take our inner awareness to a specific point, trigger point where that chakra holds the most electromagnetic energy, you can take the same philosophy, same principle, but to anywhere in the body. So wherever you're feeling the sensation, can you deepen into it with the breath till there's a one-point gaze. Into that sensation, the one-point gaze. You might have to breathe yourself in to go deeper. And the analytical mind slows down. And you're just feeling the energy in this one-point gaze. And you're just watching, observing, breathing. And over time, you'll feel that blockage releases. And you can take your awareness somewhere else. It's like surgery with your awareness to unblock the blockages in your nervous system. Safe to be in the body, safe to breathe. Jaw is soft. See if you can find stillness and let the stillness heal the body. No pushing, no contracting. Just yielding that traction deeper and deeper into the fascia, the joints. And the Taoists believe full body flexibility comes from releasing the joints versus stretching the muscles. That's what you're doing right now, getting deep into the skeletal system, then into the cellular level to release the whole body. And take a deep breath in. Slower than you want to, unwind. Really observe as you unwind your body. Once you come back to center, you might like to take the legs long into that Shavasana position. If you're feeling any tingling or heightened sensation, see if you can just let it settle through relaxing. Relax your hands, your ankles, relax your thighs. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Relax your throat, your brain, the back of your brain. Relax your spine into the ground. The nerves relax. And then as slow as you can, bend the left knee, taking the left foot to the earth. Bend the right knee, taking the right foot to the earth. And then simply just lift your hips and slide your bolster underneath, more so the lower back. You might have to take it a little higher there as you then lift your legs to the sky for waterfall. You may want to bend your knees slightly. Be still. Okay. You're on camera. Don't look for the stretch, but rather look for stillness. And ask yourself, where in my life, when in my life am I still? With no phone, no TV. Find a memory, find a place. Is there any place, any time in the year, in a week, in a day, and my body is still? No stimulation from conversation, from input and output, from phone. And we look at animals. They know how to be still. They know how to rest. Completely still, yet alert. Angel, our dog, was on the couch earlier and I found one of her old leashes behind reception, which is a little distance away. And I was like, wow, there's her old leash. Which is good because she's using a suitcase strap at the moment. And I know her hearing is so good that she was fast asleep, that I tried to grab this leash as quiet as I could. I grabbed it so quiet, but the minute I put my hands on it, she jumped up. She went from deep rest, like you're in now, not a movement. No twitching. Not a movement. Yet her hearing, the senses amplified through their stillness. Doesn't mean you have to stay in the shape. You may feel like you need to come out. You may feel like you can remain for another few minutes. You might want to take your legs wide. As long as you're in a position where you can rest like Angel does, or maybe you have a cat or a dog at home. And slowly lowering the legs. You might want to just cross at your ankles, letting your knees go wide over your bolster. Or take your legs long to stretch your hip flexors. And once again, the practice of settling anything you're feeling with awareness versus movement. Take a big breath into your chest. Hold the breath. And as you hold the breath, notice your nervous system. And say to yourself, soften nervous system, relax. Relaxing your nerves. Exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. One of the greatest breathing exercises for our nervous system is Brahmari. We'll take 7 rounds, making the HMM sound. So you can put your thumbs in your ears and cover your fingers with the eyes. Listen for the first round if you're not sure. So inhale. With your eyes closed, unless you don't know what this pose is, make your way into child's pose. So you may want to do child's pose with the bolster. You may want to put the bolster to the belly and turn your head to one side. Or you could just do the classic child's pose without any support. Take your knees a little wider, if that feels better, and then getting your forehead down if you can. So we'll just bring this a little further forward here. Rest your arms on the bolster. Yeah. That's it. Moving your hips back towards the heels. So bringing the hips back towards the heels. In the initial minute or two at the start, it's natural to feel resistance. Just getting to know this shape, letting the mind settle into this shape. It's always the same principles in yin and restorative. Even hatha, vinyasa or yoga, the methodology is soften into the hardness. Exploring today the drishti. The drishti is your internal eye. We say eye because it's a one-pointed focus. Taking it to the edge of the sensation you're feeling, and rather than thinking, what is this? Say, how can I yield into it? How can I soften, yoke, become one, versus having to work it out? And your exhale breath dislodges that edge for space. world of achieving and becoming. It's more a yang energy. The yin energy of we are already. We're looking from that place that we're looking for. The being. Softening into the body, being your body's friend. Being kind to the body. Thoughts will come in, they'll go. Just remain as the observer. Jaw is soft. Eyes are still yet not hard. Relaxed awareness. The senses expanding. Your hearing expanding to the sounds out on the street. Cars. Little children are like this. They're always the ones to point out, plane. I'm like, oh, I didn't even hear it. Only when we enter back into the mind of a child, the flexibility of their body, we have peace in our mind. Slowly easing your way up out of this one. Just coming to all fours. When you're ready, no rush. A few cat-cows. Maybe you shut your eyes down and just feel the spine moving. And go really, really slow now and just observe something you're not observing as you arch your spine. And then you round the spine. See if you can feel every single vertebrae has its movement, including your neck, your cervical spine, with extension and flexion. Because yoga is about intelligent action, not just movement, conscious action. Sparks up the intelligence in every cell, bone, vertebrae. The cells have life force. Becoming aware, every cell, every vertebrae. And then from here, curl your toes, and if this is excruciating, you can bend forward like this until you're ready to sit completely in toe squat. You can even put a bolster underneath your sit bones to the heels and bring the baby toe to the party as well. That one likes to do its own thing. And then close down the eyes. Just 2 minutes here. Trying to soften into it. You're deconditioning yourself from all the labels you've been given about your body. There's a place for it, but not here. We're just with the energy of what we're feeling. Nothing to work out. 1 more minute. Tao Te Ching, the book on where this yoga originates from, it says death starts in the feet. So this is one of the best things we can do to get that chi flowing. All the 5 main meridians start in the feet. Reflexology points of all the organs. Maybe a big sigh out here. And then slowly coming forward. It's normal to feel a bit nauseous in this practice. I just did. All right, so take your feet wide now, really wide. And you might want to put a bolster here. You could hug the bolster if you can imagine it vertical there, hugging it. Or possibly you take it horizontal with a block underneath. Maybe your head doesn't touch, it's okay. You can let it hang. You can bend your knees a little. You can have your hands down or grab the elbows. As we go into a deep forward bend inversion. Maybe no props, that's okay as well. And we'll let this one marinate for about 5 minutes. So just take a bit more height for you. Dropping the head in if you feel comfortable. Side out. Marinate in. Ask yourself, what are you holding on to here, right now? Is it a thought in the hips or the back? Is it a thought about the world, something on your to-do list? Just observe. Ask yourself, am I willing to let go of this thought? Does it serve me? Two more minutes. Alright, you guys, very slowly make your way back to the earth. You might want to just be still for a moment. Very natural to be dizzy. That's what we do here. We open up all those brain cells. And then we're going to take the bolster behind the back. So if you want to go that way, other way, babe. Behind the thoracic spine, so that's where the shoulders sometimes round, well, always do, right? Round in. And maybe a block for the head or a cushion for the head to drop it back. If you feel okay, you can take your arms up over the head or grab your elbows and take this bolster a little lower for you. That's it. Yeah. We'll take this bolster lower, so sit up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. What do you need? Little lower, just a little bit. Come up a bit more. Yeah. Do you want a pillow for your head? Yeah, good. Yeah. That looks good. Final shape here in your restorative practice. It's a rare quality of not being asleep, but being in rest. Not with your phone, not with the TV, not with the podcast. Just here, being, breathing, observing. Just like animals do. Little children, little babies. Meditation. I'm not the mind. I'm something divine. less I do, the more I receive. The less I push, the more I heal. Becoming sharper, more intelligent, deeper I rest. As we come towards the end of our restorative practice, you may want to remove the bolster from behind the back. You may want to stay like this for your shavasana. This is your sacred time with you. If you want to stay here for much, much longer, you absolutely can. Just reminding yourself how integral it is to have a practice of just being every week. And finish the practice as slow as you possibly can.